All right, listen, you're here now, so you know what to do. Truth be told, yeah, because Tupac's estate sent a cease and desist, and this was actually officially deleted, I shouldn't really be reacting to this, if I'm honest with you. But it's there, so I'm going to react to it anyway because of the context and the storyline and everything, right? Right, now, let's just get into it. You already know what to do. So, yeah.
Illuminati. God's rise again. You can see it in my eyes again.
The irony of this being AI, an AI version of Tupac, and the irony of him saying Illuminati, and knowing Drake's half of his background. I won't say too much, but what I will say is this: I'm so grateful that I predicted that as soon as I found out about this, in the moment I said, you know what, Tupac's estate and family have to send a cease and desist, because at the end of the day, do you really think if Tupac was alive, he would accept this? He wasn't down for fakeness. Even him saying the term Illuminati or the word Illuminati is for a reason. I won't even dive too deep into that for now. But let's go. It's a typical West Coast beat though.
Kendrick, we need ya. The West Coast savior. Ain't crazy, your name is hip hop history. And we deal with this
Nah. Do you know what's so crazy, yeah? If you've listened to Tupac before, you realize the cadence and the flow. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very creative idea. I get it, but obviously in some ways, in all ways, it's actually completely wrong in terms of whatever for more realistic reasons. But it's so like the flow, the deliverance. It's not Tupac. It doesn't give that essence of Tupac. Like, if you're gonna do it, then you've got, like, for example, there were AI leaks of tunes from Drake and flipping Kendrick Lamar. They actually like had the cadence down and the essence of those artists. Do you see what I'm saying? They had that down packed. So some people actually done reaction videos and they actually genuinely thought it was them when it wasn't. So goes to show you that if you're gonna do something, do it correctly, and at least get permission. Get permission first. Come on, man. But look, let's go.
Publicity, this Canadian light skin dot. We need to know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about it like it. See. Do you think Tupac would? Do you think Tupac would say that about someone who's light skinned? Do you really think he'll do that? Like, let's take it into context of age as well. Considering that, like, if he was still alive, would he be doing this? I think he would have sat Kendrick Lamar down and said, and Drake, and tried to call off the beef. If he couldn't, he wouldn't. You know what I mean? Or he'll just be into like politics. He'd probably be like a governor or something. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In fact, he'd probably be president at this point. Who knows? But I'm damn sure he wouldn't be doing anything petty like that and saying things like that. He wouldn't. But I understand the context of, you're talking about tying on the beef and stuff like that. Cool, whatever. Let's just keep me moving on. But in podcasts, it's gotta be true. They told me the spirit of my belly is alive, and the nigga under 5'5", so it's gotta be you. I would beat the whole fucking game. It was me and Snoop Dogg. Had my fucking shirt off in the House of Blues.
See, here's the other thing. Referencing Snoop Dogg. See, if you're really up on game
and you're really for the culture, one, this wouldn't happen in the first place. Yeah, that's one thing. Two, you would know that prior to the assassination of Tupac, listen, I'm telling you, he had an issue with Snoop Dogg, who I like to call Snake Do. He had an issue with him, so he wouldn't even try to bring him up in any context like that. If he's going to bring him up, he's going to actually send in shots at, like, obviously dissing or speaking his mind about Snoop Dogg. Do you see what I'm saying? He wouldn't be saying it was us at the House of Blues, blah blah blah. Relax, man. Relax. Because for me, anything, context matters. The truth matters as well. So for me, sorry Drake, you should not have released this. You should have never released this. You should have never released this. I understand you want to try to do back to back again. Didn't work. For me, I will continue listening, but yeah, it kind of diminishes Push Ups, because Push Ups was a good diss song. Like, it was very good. Don't know if it was truthful, but it was very good.
Fuck this nigga, girl, you gotta get a piece. All that shit about burning tattoos, he's not amused. That's jail talk for real thugs, you gotta be you. Gotta leave this motherfucker broken and bruised before we really lose. You asked for the smoke, now I see you too busy for the smoke. I won't lie to people confused.
See, look. See, this is what I don't understand. See, I'm from an era of grime. Yeah, for those who don't know, grime is a UK culture. And what happens is, in clashes, people will send for someone, and the response will be like super quick. Yeah, the names that I can really say that are on it like that are Chip, Wiley, Nole, Get, P Money. Like, there's so many names I can reel off. Yeah, like that. Truly, just levels, absolute levels in their turnaround. And obviously Bugs him alone as well, don't get that twisted. Like, he's turned around when he was crashing Chip. Levels. But with that said though, what I'm gonna say is this, yeah. As much as, look, it's so ironic he's using Tupac, because I need to put this into context as well. Right? I need you to understand something, yeah? What I need you to understand is, when it comes to rap beef, it's timeline of when the response happened do matter, but it doesn't really matter for audience purposes. In terms of if we're looking at the fact that in the age we're living at now with social media era, it kind of does matter. But at the same time it doesn't. So let's say, for example, with Tupac versus Biggie, right? I can't remember the exact month. In fact, let me see if I can actually put it up, yeah? Like, I swear, in fact, let me do this. Alexa, when did Biggie release Who Shot Ya?
Who Shot Ya was released on the 13th of September 1994.
Okay, so, you heard that, right? Hopefully Alexa picks this up as well. Alexa, when did Tupac get shot in Quad Studio?
From TNews.com. Tupac was famously shot and killed on September 7th, 1996, in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, see, they got that right in terms of when he got killed, but I'm talking about something else. Let me see if this works. Alexa, when did Tupac get shot in New York?
From DailyMotion.com. On November 30th, 1994, Tupac was robbed and shot at the Quad Records studios in Manhattan.
Okay. And that was in November, right? I'm going to ask again when Who Shot Ya, just to give context. Okay, so, Alexa, when did Biggie release Who Shot Ya?
Who Shot Ya was released on the 13th of September 1994.
So it was released before, which is very interesting. That can't be right. That can't be right. I'm gonna do a proper Google thing, bro, because that don't seem right to me. That don't seem right to me. Let's see. When was Tupac shot in New York? November 1994. Cool. Well, not cool. When did Biggie release Who Shot Ya? Okay, so now we got context. Who Shot Ya was released in February 1995. Who Shot Ya was released in February 1995. Tupac was shot in New York at Quad Studios, where Biggie was recording in 1994 in November. Now, I say that to say this. Around that time, Tupac was on trial. So the question that we're going to ask is, when did Tupac get sentenced to jail? Get sentenced. Shakur was unable to post free bond to keep himself free until sentencing, so he surrendered himself to the authorities at the Bellevue Hospital jail ward in New York City on December 23rd, 1994. At the time, he was still recovering from his injuries he received on November the 30th, when he was shot 5 times and robbed at Quad Studios. My question in regards to that is completely different. I want to know if he would, not even if, who else was there with him that day, in terms of, did they get robbed as well? That's what I want to know. Did they get shot at as well? Because yeah, that's another conspiracy right there. I'm not even gonna get into that real quick. So in January 1995, Shakur was moved to the North Infirmary Command on Rikers Island in Bronx. On February the 7th, 1995, he was sentenced to 18 months to 4.5 years in prison. Okay, so what's so interesting about that is, I need you to understand something real quick, yeah? And Who Shot You was released on February 21st, 1995, even though it was recorded in 94. Now, listen. Oh, I know you forgot something else. So just bear that in mind, right? Bear that in mind. Now, let's use the Alexa again. Alexa, when did Tupac release Hit 'Em Up?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Hit 'Em Up, a song by Tupac Shakur, was released on June 4th, 1996. The song's lyrics contain vicious insults to several East Coast rappers, chiefly Shakur's former friend turned rival, the Notorious B.I.G. The song was recorded at Canam Studios in 1996.
So, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. But it was released in, okay, yeah. It was released in 1996. Yeah, so it does make sense because it was 1996. Because he was released from jail in, I think it was like October 1995. So, he had months, more than a year to respond to Biggie. I'm saying that to say this. The timeline of when to send for someone doesn't matter. Now, let's bring it back to Kendrick versus Drake. Drake himself took 3 weeks, and then he took a further week to actually put it on streaming platforms. And do you see what I'm trying to say? So, and when this was released, it wasn't I don't even know how long it was. It wasn't that long. It wasn't like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So relax yourself, man. But bear with me for a moment. Let me just pause this for a moment. Actually, no, I can edit when I need to edit. All right, listen. Let's. All right, so let's. Oh, wow. Let's get back into this. Let's go.
Fall back to home, girl, but running up what's up. I would've refused. For these industry relationships, she out of your shoes. You supposed to be the boogeyman, go do what you do. Unless it's in a moment that you tell us it's not really you. In that case, there's nothing left to say. I just answered the snow.
It's not really you yet. You're trying to mimic Tupac's voice and trying to mimic his cadence and essence and all that stuff there, but it's not really hitting personally. And my thing is, would Tupac have reconciled with Snoop Dogg? Maybe. You just don't know. Maybe. But anyway.
Yes, yo. What the fuck you really got to do?
Okay, fair enough. He's got Snoop Dogg's cadence, right? But Snoop Dogg's alive.
Right. I know you never been in jail or
Wait, no sponsorship from Evian yet.
Never did nothing violent and no one is the homies that empower you. But still, you gotta show this fucking eye of who's boss on the west.
The irony of that. The irony. I mean, like, Drake, you're not a real bad man. You're not a real bad man. You get me? So, what are you saying? In fact, I'm going to insert the clip there.
There's candlelight, it was really dark, really romantic. Got to know them much better, so it was fun. Do you have like your words up there that like kind of funky and weird?
The guys at our school, instead of addressing people like the group, like saying like, what are you guys doing? Say man's like you. It's really weird. Yeah, so man's like you are going to that and then just means like the group.
Crew.
That's interesting.
It's not, it's really ignorant.
What about rude? That's rude.
No.
That's a good thing. That's fat. That's dope.
Yeah, I hear that.
But these are old school, like.
Yeah, those are old school. I don't like chocolate.
Just so you know. Yeah. Okay. Like, so let's be real here. But yeah, it's really weird that he's using Tupac's voice and he's unfortunately physically dead, but then he's using Snoop Dogg's voice, but he's alive, but they didn't get permission from either one of them, so I don't understand. But anyway, let's go.
Really make a power move. Cause right now it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose. How to walk up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of moves? That you know the DOG never fucking doubted you. But right now
I like that. Watching a chess move. The word is what chess move. It's actually kind of true. Like context of it. Context is key here. Like continue watching, continue being subscribed. Trust me. Listen. Alright. Let's go. It is chess. Drake and Kendrick are playing chess.
I'm definitely about to come around the land gang and let my fucking bow move. Shitting on niggas from a whole different altitude. High up in the sky like I'm Howard Hughes. The first one really only took me an hour or two. The next one is really about to bring out the coward in you. But now we gotta wait a fucking week, cause Taylor Swift is the new top. And if you about to drop, she gotta approve. This girl really...
Look, at the end of the day, when it comes to anything, obviously you got... Like, here's the thing, yeah. Didn't Kendrick release something? No, yeah, he released it like that with Metro Boomin in the future. So it's like, and man's just charting. I don't really care about the charts like that, like I used to. I don't really care about that now. But it's like, man, it's charting, bro. Like, you gotta relax. That tune is still charting. So it's like, why release something else just because of a dissing. Like, relax. I'll get to you when I get to you. You hear me? Let's keep it moving now.
How to make you act like you not in a few. She telling me your schedule with end, you out of the loop. Hate on you corporate industry puppets, I'm not in the mood. I love it when you niggas talk loose like I'm not in the room.
Hold up! He calling. Is he calling Kendrick Lamar an industry puppet? Wait a minute. I should turn him on the mic because I know I'm loud. Is he calling Kendrick Lamar an industry puppet? Knowing your actual background, half of your background should I say, knowing that you've actually said it on record, requesting Lucian Grange, whatever his name is, to basically just open the books up on you. Open the books up, basically. Look. You know what I'm saying? In fact, even Lucian Grange said this about you in regards to that particular verse.
On Stay Schemin', Drake says, tell Lucian I said fuck it, I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Tell Lucian I said fuck it, I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Did Drake call you up after that and say, hey, I need more money for my project?
If ever Drake or whenever Drake calls up and says he needs more money for his project, I give it to him.
That's now in regards to so it looks like you're the industry plant because we know, maybe we don't really know, but let me use those words. But if he never had that, if he never had that background, like half of that background, and I very much doubt he would have basically no ceilings when it comes to budget. I very much doubt it. And do you know why I know that? Right? Because even when Michael Jackson was making Thriller, see, look, talking about Drake, Michael Jackson, here we go. All right. Even when Michael Jackson, go watch that documentary. I forgot the name of the documentary to do with celebrating Thriller, but Thriller 40 documentary. Basically, Michael Jackson was charting with most of the songs there. The song Thriller wasn't released first. It was released last. Now here's the thing about that. He tried to get budget for the video and they weren't having it. The labels were not having it. They're like, big man, like you don't need the budget. Like your album is already doing well. Your album is already doing so well. You don't need it. You don't need to do another video. But Michael Jackson insisted he wants to do another video. Do you see what I'm trying to say? He wants to do another video. So he put up his money in his damn self. So if that could happen to Michael Jackson, do you really think do you really think that could happen for everyone else? So let's bring it back down to Drake. If he is allowed to have no ceiling when it comes to budgets, you sound like the industry puppet. Sorry, buddy. It is what it is. I'm just calling it as I see it. I'm not hating on Drake. Get me? Because listen, nepotism, all that stuff there, we would all love to be in a position where someone is supporting you like that. Do you know what I mean? That level of support is crazy, but it's great when you're that person getting that support. But let's keep it moving.
How are you not in the booth? It feel like you kind of removed. You trying to let this shit die down. Nah. Not this time, nigga. You following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. The rest of y'all are definitely involved. Y'all getting it too. Soon as you get the courage to drop, I'm out on the loose. Yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift. Biggest gangster in the music game right now.
Taylor Swift a gangster. Anyway.
You know, I moved my album when she dropped. I said,
okay. So, Drake, you're saying that Kendrick Lamar is waiting for permission from Taylor Swift's team or whatever when to drop a song or drop the diss song or whatever because of Taylor Swift. But then now you're saying the same thing for you. So what is this? Do you see what I'm trying to say? What is this? Like this for me is not really a diss record. This is like a press conference. So at this point in time of recording, obviously I know I'm behind in this thing. No diddy. But obviously it's still 0-0 because Drake is the first one that had a full-on diss track. You know what I'm saying? Like a full-on diss track. Cool. So obviously this is trying to taunt trying to taunt what's his name to make a response. Kendrick Lamar to make a response basically. So this don't count as a diss song because obviously you would think it'd be like back to back, but it's not really. I think it was supposed to hit like back to back, but I thought it doesn't have that same feel, which is so interesting that Drake defeated Meek Mill and he come from battle rap. That is crazy. But yeah, let's go.
Struggling right now, I know it. And a notepad doing lyrical gymnastics, my boy. You better have a motherfucking quintuple entendre on that shit. Some shit I don't even understand. Like,
okay, so that's your problem. See, this is the problem, and no disrespect to those who do not understand certain level of lyrics, but for me personally, because everyone there's always a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, like one thing I've learned about music, yeah, and in life in general, not everyone is gonna like the same thing that you like, yeah. And there's everything for everyone. So it's like, if you like Drake, maybe you don't like that complicated stuff, but not very complicated. You don't like that as he calls it, lyrical gymnastics. But at the same time, doesn't he do lyrical gymnastics? Because look at the that Prince bar that you mentioned, that King and that Michael Jackson reference. That was a bar. I can't even front. Do you know what I'm saying? There's probably another few things he said in there that I won't even lie, probably went over my head. I don't know. But maybe when I edit, I'll probably catch it on later. Who knows? But the point I'm trying to make is, you're a lyricist too. Drake, you are a lyricist too. So therefore, whatever you're chatting about is nonsense. Yeah? We all know that Kendrick Lamar is one of the top tier lyricists in the game of his generation as well. I'll just put it like that, of his generation. Yeah, so, you know. And it's a thing of, you can have, like, do you know as well, like, one thing as well, it gives content, so it's a good thing for me and other YouTube reactors, because we're able to break down these lyrics and understand, or even if we're reaching, at least we try to break it down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go.
Shit better be crazy. We waiting on you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Drizzy Drake. Truth of that sort of did the Rick. We don't care about the Rick Ross one either. We really don't care. I'll be honest. We would do Kanye West, but I really don't care. I'll probably do that another time, the Kanye West one, because I like Kanye West is one of my favorite artists, so that's going to happen eventually anyway. But anyway, what did I think about that track? Like I said, it's not really a diss song. It's more of like a press conference type of tune, where it's like, it's taunting, like, do you know what I mean? Let's get cracking. But because he's ready to fight. He's ready. Like, come on, I'm ready, bro. I am ready to fight. So credit to Drake. Like, I'm never gonna say this, that, and the third. Like, credit to him. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy when you're at the top of the game, and you are top of the game. You don't necessarily have to feed into returning back to someone, whether indirectly or directly. You could just simply ignore them.
Like, anyway, I won't go to another thing I'm going to mention, but I won't do that. I will not do that. But what I will say to you is this: subscribe to the Patreon, because if you got anything you want to request, subscribe to the exclusive tier. Anything you request shall be there. I aim to be more consistent, because now I've got new equipment, like this microphone, like this laptop I got now. Get me, like, God is good each and every single time. Get me, more things are coming up. I'm gassed right now. I am so gassed. I really wish I reacted to this stuff in the moment, because I like being within the moment properly. But it is what it is. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Like I said, I don't really care about the numbers, but the numbers do matter at the same time. So make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because most of these videos are not really going to be on YouTube like that. This is like, I won't say a one-off, but it's just one of those rare instances that's happening right now, for the purpose of this whole rap beef. But anyway, yeah.